OMG, we need a good president in office. Someone who actually represents us, the common people.
I know, right? Someone like John Quincy Adams.
If only women could vote.
Well, I think we should have Andrew Jackson as our president.
We'll see about that.
Now we'll see what really happened. Welcome back to Spill the Tea as we welcome our future hero, Andrew Jackson. What would you like to say to the press about why you would make an amazing president?
Well, I believe I can do a much better job as president and actually represent the people, unlike the Supreme Court who just lays back and watches action happen.
Thank you.
I know I'm not going to win, Adams. What should I do?
That's okay. If you work with me and convince the Supreme Court to vote for me, then I will make you my Secretary of State.
I suppose we have a deal. But make sure no one finds out that we are the evil masterminds behind this. I believe that John Quincy Adams shall be president.
Why do you say so?
Well, because Jackson absolutely hates the government, and then he disregards those spill the tea. Supreme Court who just lays back and watches action happen. It even went viral on Twitter.
Oh my, I think you're right. I shall murder him.
No, you'll go to jail.
Oh yeah, well then, John Quincy Adams shall be president.
John Quincy Adams wins the presidential election of 1824 due to Jackson dissing the Supreme Court, and they were scheduled to pick up the winner this year.
Ready?
Everyone, your hero John Adams sold a poor slave to another country, and we all thought he was a slave supporter, huh? I, on the other hand, Andrew Jackson, will never do that, nor will I ever.
Hey dude, who are you to making false assumptions, you traitor? You carry a sword in your cane and people are scared of you, you murderer.
You're the one to talk, you loser.
You're a jackass.
Yes, I am, huh? I'm a jackass, everyone.
You weirdo, that's not a good thing. You're a donkey, and a big fat one too.
Aha. What a great idea for my logo, and the smartest thing you said all day.
This is how the Democrats got their logo to be a donkey. Weird way, huh? Jackson decided to go around telling everyone he's a jackass. So this is what happened in the election of 1828. Wow, I never thought presidents would be calling each other curse words. Well, I guess this is the election that started the fight after all.
Ahem, I am right here.
Well, this is an unusual approach, but excuse me, freedom of speech. I thought you were the man of the people, huh? And the president? Don't you know about the Declaration of Independence? That's what I thought. Now move on back to your time period.
This week, Andrew Jackson eliminates the voting restriction and allows many more American citizens to vote. He also argued that citizens themselves could decide on the presidential nominees through a national nominating convention instead of Congress at the State House last weekend. This is allowing us for a more democratic approach to voting on the executive branch of government. Citizens that are registered as Democrats or Republicans can only vote in the nomination for their political party. Now let's see what the fans had to say about this.
I know I made a good choice on voting for Jackson. He knows what he's doing for sure. And he's helping remove the bias in Congress. What a hero. Now this is where things really start going downhill. I hate Jackson. How dare he, that traitor? That's what all the people want and he got rid of it.
I agree, rude. He got our hopes up.
Lady, I got all the files you need. Here's my information for the benefit of the White House. Wink, wink.
Hold on to that thought, Bob.
Hey Jackson, I have some guns for you that General Washington used. Here's a preview of one. Here's the rest. They're very valuable.
Oh, really now? Thanks, man. Now you have a seat and will serve political powers in the White House just for this kind gesture.
Oh, thank you. So basically, Jackson favored his friends over experienced politicians or seats of political power at the federal level. This led to a general distrust in politicians and an overhaul in the White House. Not a good thing. Going in distrust in politics and leads to the creation of stronger political parties pro-Jackson and anti-Jackson.
Hey Jackson, Florida isn't cooperating. I appoint you to take care of them, and you have full powers of the governor.
No problem, Monroe. I got this. Hey guys, you guys are being stubborn, and Monroe and I aren't liking it. So I'm just gonna kindly ask you guys to move out, and there will be no violence, okay?
No, I am my own state named Florida.
Well, looks like I gotta get my cane out.
Oh wait guys, this is Andrew Jackson. Never mind, we'll move.
Great. What you just witnessed there was a kitchen cabinet, a mocking term. The term has endured through many decades and now generally refers to a politician's informal circle of advisors. This shapes the opinions of many audiences that Jackson is not qualified, Not fair, as he's killing people from places as they don't agree with him. A tyranny could possibly happen, or there could be a revolt.
We don't want tariffs!
No more tariffs! Y'all gotta deal with this, gosh.
Just because you're in love with the guy doesn't mean you gotta fight for the wrong things. Honestly, I don't even know what you see in him. He's a bit...
Excuse-moi, you're just sad that you don't have a love life.
I'm a proud feminist. I don't rely on guys.
Tariffs, impeach Jackson!
I'll get back to you guys on that topic.
So here's a signed document that I mentioned multiple times. Let's remove the Native Americans! But let's find a deal first.
Cross the Mississippi River for your land, okay?
Excuse me, I was here first, so no. Bye, Jackson. You suck. Jackson, we have some unwanted Native Americans, and the Supreme Court doesn't have the power to help us. Can you?
No.
That didn't go as planned. Walking for about 2 days, all because of this hero, Jackson. I feel sick.
Oh no, Joe, get up. Expect revenge, Jackson.
So you remember where you messed up, right, Calhoun?
I never messed up. How dare you accuse me of doing so?
Do you want to go?
No. Due to being rejected by Jackson and the Supreme Court had no right to do so, Georgia decided to kick out the Native Americans. Supreme Court case in 1832 supporting the idea that Cherokee land was not considered its own nation, therefore did not have abide by the Constitution and have its own borders from the United States. Although the Supreme Court decided this, Andrew Jackson did not uphold this decision, ultimately leading to the removal of Cherokee people from the land. Trail of Cheers. What you just witnessed there was some live footage of the force vote, where Jackson called out Vice President John C. Calhoun out for his mistakes. He declared a battle, but John seemed to have remembered who he was talking to and surrendered. I mean, who wouldn't? He's got a cane. The bill seemed to have passed during the nullification crisis that Jackson created to have a legal way to use armed forces. Jackson didn't support Calhoun's idea for South Carolina separating from the Union and used force, just as U.S. saw. That there. How rude of him. Hey Jackson, the North and South have been fighting a lot lately. What do we do about the Northern tariffs so they can stop bickering all day?
Good idea, Bob. Where do I sign?
Right there. Since Jackson, who helped to deep hospitality to other banks, said no, this caused a riot called the Bank War. When he transferred the federal government's deposits to several state banks, Bill raised interest rates, causing a mild economic recession. In this case, it seems though as Jackson is puzzled on what to do and doesn't handle his situations wisely. On behalf of Clay, Wiggs, and myself, we are asking you to simply renew the charter. Please, it's very beneficial.
Well, sorry, Biddle Buddy, but no.
Sad. Your time is done as President Jackson. Give up your spot.
Yes, now it's all Martin's problem. See ya. He believes that Andrew Jackson was a villain for his cruel ways and how he never cared for any protests that happened.
For example, in Georgia versus Worcester, he let Georgia remove all of the Native Americans.
Another thing is that he murdered people with his cane, which frightened many countries.
Gave his problems to another president. He left all of his problems for President Martin.
Also, he made his friends be politicians who had no experience. In all, we think that he's a villain and he shouldn't be on the $20 bill.
What do you think? Hey Jackson, we have some unwanted Native Americans and the Supreme Court doesn't have the power to help us. Can you help us?
Oh no, Davey has his headphones in. Davey, watch out!
We've been walking for about 2 days now, all because this hero, Jackson, wait, open. We've been walking for about 2 days, all because this hero,
Are you good?
Shush.